Hello, welcome back to One More Mana for another episode of the Command Center. If you notice, Seth is not here. We do not have an adult in the room, so please pray for us. It's going to go off the rails quick.
Things about to get real stupid real quick.
It's going to get weird fast. But before it gets weird, you know what format we love. You know what format we're here to talk about, and that's EDH. Ken, what does that stand for today?
Y'all should know this by now. We've been doing this way too long for y'all to keep asking me this question. But just in case you don't know, it stands for eagerly destroying households. That's right. The brothers' war is coming. Brother versus brother. And we trying to figure out which one is the best. Now, we was sitting down thinking, this is one of the best conflicts, ever since peanut butter and jelly. Coke and Pepsi.
In sync with the Backstreet Boys.
Meth and marijuana.
Bam.
All the hard stuff. But then we was like, Urza and Mishra, because I was looking at the spoilers that came out, and I was like, man, Ursha? I call him Ursha, I know y'all call him Urza, that's because y'all don't know him like I know him, all right? I know his mama's, all right? But then I was like, Ursha is fire. And then Derek looked at me. Derek, what'd you say?
I said Mishra's that dude. Mishra looks like he means business and also has like mechanical parts and turns into a damn dragon.
And then I asked Derek to pee in the cup because he's clearly insane and on something. So then we was looking around and I was like, you know what? Let's compare the two. So we're about to go through the list of some of the best cards from Ursha because Ursha dominates the field. His brother didn't stand a chance. That's why he get, beat up and put in the closet. You know what? That's why he get his cookies taken. When he was trick-or-treating, he got stuck with the stale candy. The red Starburst.
And this is going to cover not just Brothers War, the current set, because, obviously it's cool. We want to talk about throughout Magic's history. There's so many iconic cards named after Urza and Mishra. Those are, it basically, since Magic started, it's been one of the primary upfront storylines. And there are so many awesome cards. So we're going to talk about why we think each is just objectively better and why the other one is completely wrong and is nowhere near right. So I think I'll kick us off because I'm feeling extra right now. So with Mishra, we're just going to start swinging. One of the most iconic cards used in multiple formats, used everywhere in Magic, it's Mishra's Bauble. And that's, y'all aren't familiar, that 0-drop artifact that you get to sack it, look at the top card of a player's library, and then next turn you go ahead and draw a card. It's insane. It's a super powerful card. It sees play everywhere. And it's, no matter where you go in Magic, you hear Mishra's name because of it. Mishra's just dropping baubles everywhere.
You think that
Urza doesn't have a bauble.
Ooh.
Urza's Bauble.
Ooh.
It doesn't even sound right.
You dropped a bauble. Ooh, I'm so scared. You know what? Trash. It's a trash card for trash people in trash formats. That's right. That's the only people you don't see it in Commander. You don't know. Ooh, I want a Mishra's Bauble. Said no one in Commander ever. And if you did, you're probably crazy. Anyway, let me go ahead and clean this smell of doo-doo out the air because everybody know Urza cards are so powerful that when they hit the battlefield, everybody run and hide. I had the cops called on me twice for this one card. It's called Urza, Lord High Artificer. First of all, the card was busted when it was introduced. It's a blue card, like blue needed more dangerous stuff. And what does it do? It lets you pay for it to get free stuff. What does it also do? It creates an artifact that gives power. What else does it do? It does your taxes. What else does it do? It weight trains you. What else does it do? It makes a 5-course meal. So far, Gordon Ramsay has to stop cussing.
Urza. I feel like this is an argument against Urza. Urza, Lord High Artificer, is probably the most miserable card I've ever seen.
You know what hating smells like? I do, because it's right next to me, and it's putrid. Ursha.
If you're going on power level, then you're talking about Ursha so strong. I have a card even more powerful than Urza, Lord High Artificer, to show that Mishra isn't just about style. Mishra's got power too.
Okay.
You ever heard of a little card called Mishra's Workshop?
No, because it's so unforgettable that I don't even have to recognize what it does. Hold up, let me guess. Nothing.
Or Mishra's Workshop, if you haven't heard of it, it's probably because it costs like 17 months rent. But Mishra's Workshop is a card. It taps for 3 mana. It's a land. Comes into play on tap, taps for 3 mana. And you can only use it to cast artifacts. This is like a Black Lotus land, essentially. If this thing did not cost essentially the price of a European vacation and back, you 100% would see this everywhere in Commander. This thing is insane. It is so just oppressively powerful. And I think in just raw power and annoyingness, because look, Urza gets you salty. You see Urza there and you're like, I don't want to play against this. It's probably stacks. It's probably that. Mishra's Workshop one-ups you on the salt too. Someone sees it and they're just like, not only is it incredibly powerful, but I'm also mad that you just threw my like 6 months paycheck on the table and are acting like it's okay.
You see how much he has to explain the card to tell you how much it sucks? That's how wrong you are. You know what? Let me tell you, I'm about to kill the game right now. One word. Lands. That's right. Urza has his own lands, all right? We talking about the power plant. We talking about the mine. We talking about the towers. They was going to create 3 more, but they was like, we need to stop. The next one's going to be his mama. The next one's going to be his car. And the next one was going to be his dog. I promise you, those were going to be the last 3 Urza lands. But they was like, you know what? We gave him enough, and we don't want to ruin the game, everybody. These 3 lands are so hard. They are so hard. Diamonds call it to figure out what horde really is, all right? All right? When the Pokemon Metapod tried to figure out a new attack, it called these lands to figure out what Harden really was. These lands are so fire that they break the meta. Tron is a thing because of these 3 lands. I'm telling you. If you don't know what they do, you've been living under a rock, and you've been spoon-fed Jello for the rest of your life. That's what's going on. These lands are so hard that people cry when they see Tron.
Now look who's talking about cards in lesser formats, sir. You ever seen someone play with some Tron lands in Commander?
Yes, they have. And you know what? I've seen somebody.
No, I have never met someone assemble Tron in Commander.
That is a lie, and you smell like onions. I have seen somebody not only play these lands, but they've actually assembled the triad. It was like watching Batman, Wonder Woman, and Superman all in the same day.
And you know what happened when they did?
What?
Nothing, because they're not good in Commander.
That is a lie. They summoned Eldrazi's. They was popping off X spells. It was ridiculous. One time, I seen somebody do it natural. I mean, it was a cold day, and I might have been sick, but they did it natural. That in Commander, and you know that's a real accomplishment. What you got over there?
Well, I see how much you love these lands, and you're talking about the Tron lands. Well, Mishra has a card that basically says F your lands in an iconic card called Ankh of Mishra, which simply says whenever a land enters the battlefield, Ankh of Mishra throws 2 damage at that land's controller. So just poop out all the Tron lands you want. You're just taking damage to the face for every one of those. Ankh of Mishra is iconic. It is beautiful. Honestly, I think you should see more play. I think these ramp decks should be punished and punished hard, and this is the perfect piece to do it.
In the words of an Atlanta poet by the name of Sir Bone Crusher, we ain't never scared, okay? First of all, you think I care about taking 2 damage in Commander? That's just the tip. I don't care about 2 damage. I take 2 damage when I play Shocklands. You ain't scaring me. But let me tell you something. You want to talk about, your 2 damage? Let me tell you about a journey, an epic poem, nay, a saga by Urza, okay? First of all, it comes in for free 99. Second of all, it taps for colorless mana. Third of all, it creates a creature. Fourth of all, it lets you search your library for a 0 to 1 mana costing thing. Oh, guess what that is? That's a mana crypt. That's a soul ring. That's all this. Oh, what you gonna do about that? Not only can it search for stuff, it creates stuff for you. This is the value meal. Y'all know what the value meal comes with? Chicky nuggets, baby. What you gonna do about that? Urza has been busting the game up ever since.
Well, Mishra likes lands too. Since I feel like this is weird. I don't feel like you're a lands person. Your whole list has just been a bunch of lands so far. I feel like your entire Urza strategy follows the strip mine.
Last time I checked, Sagas were an enchantment. Try again.
Mishra also has the iconic Mishra lands as well. There's Mishra's Foundry, Mishra's Factory, in that you get little lands that can turn into artifact creatures, have cool interactions with each other. And again, I know you call them lesser formats, but they are beautiful formats. And when you have cards in eternal formats across the way, Mishra has stuff all over. It's got Commander staples, and it has staples in these lesser formats.
Yeah, they're so beautiful that you don't play these formats. I love when people get in here and lie in my face. All I got to tell you is this. You ready? You ready for a hot take? Urza is the Tom Brady of Magic. Hold it. Well, okay. Within the past, 6 months, not the one that's about to get divorced from the hot chick. Yeah, that one's going through some stuff. But Urza's going through some stuff too. He had to go through the whole thing of his brother being a punk.
He blew up a continent. Why are we? Urza's
and Tom Brady blew up the league when he came back from the Falcons from a 25-point deficit. Urza and Tom Brady, it's the same thing. All I gotta say is Urza had to deal with the biggest disappointment. His brother. That's right. When you have a weak punk in your family who can't stand you being great, This is what you gotta contend with. You all your biggest haters are the people that you know the best.
Well, if you want to talk about teammates, since we're talking about football now, Mishra objectively has better teammates than Urza did.
Okay, so he needs help to jump his brother. That's all you telling me.
No, what I'm saying is Ashnod is way cooler than anybody that Urza had going on.
First of all, what Astronaut don't even got a face. Astronaut Dream Render, you know, the blue black thing, the Planeswalker.
Not the same thing.
They ain't even got a face. All right, how you gonna fight somebody with a Astronaut the thing with the smoky black face?
No, that's Ashiok.
Both of them ashy. I don't care. All you gotta do is throw some lotion on them. All right, yeah, probably take care of. All right, you know, you got Mishra in his little basement playing with his toys and stuff, building erector sets. We out there with the meek stone because he weak, and you got Urza with the power stone sitting there like the Viagra of people. This is what happens with saying that here.
From this moment forth, Ursha will be known as the Viagra of people.
The Viagra of magic.
Because he's a dick. That's why.
Power stone. Anyway.
Don't make that motion around. On that note, who do y'all think is better out of Urza? Basically, you're picking the best of two terrible people. Because, like, Urza was an a-hole. Mishra was a whole damn, like, corrupted Phyrexian person that was about to just, like, end the world. And then Urza's answer was, oh, let me forget other options. I'm going to blow up the whole damn world and start an ice age.
See how people retell stories? You see the lies he's spilling? Let me tell you what actually happened, all right? And I heard this from firsthand. I was down there before this all happened, before Phyrexian even happened. Let me tell you what really happened, okay? I was down there. Urza was out there. Ursha was out there trying to be great, all right? He was out there trying to be the best that he could be.
He was looking for love in this club.
He was looking for club all around the club. And he said, I found the Power Stone. And he's like, you know what I can do with this Power Stone? Everything.
And he said, yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. Anyway, Mishra came in because he was hating. You know, he was sitting in his corner eating Cheerios and Frosted Flakes out the same bowl like a heathen. And he was like, I'm sad that my brother got more power than I do. And he became a hater. And then he found a whole clique of haters to come and go against his brother.
And then Urza blew up the world, told us about his confessions.
Who was responsible for Phyrexia?
Yawgmoth.
Who was responsible for opening the portal to Phyrexia?
Man, I don't read.
Exactly. That's what I know. You see revisionist history. I'm telling you, people. So, and if you see any of these cards that we mentioned and you trying to beef your deck up with all the Urza lands and Urza cards, why don't you check out our affiliate link at the bottom with TCG Player. Help yourself out. Help out your deck. Help out your local LGS. And, you know, you can prove to this clown that Mishra is a joke.
Clowns, I have nothing back.
The only thing decent that he ever said or did in this whole thing was wearing this shirt.
There we go.
Into the AM. You know,
transition.
I'm telling you, baby, they got some of the best sports, some of the best gear you can get out there. And if you're out there playing Magic, you need to look fly while you do it. Remember, in space, they cannot hear you scream, but what?
They can see your drip.
You right about that. You know, like I said, this was just a quick interjection because the Brothers War is coming. There are plenty of spectacular cards coming out of here. I know there's a soldier card in there. There's a mythic that's pretty awesome.
We got new Titania.
The new Titania is
Baby Feldon.
Oh, Teferi is busted. Like always. He's just gross. Nasty. I mean, he walks around in wet socks gross. Like that's how nasty he is. But, you know, thank you guys for joining us for this ride. Like and subscribe. But until next time, stay greasy.